Hi everyone, it's Diane Evans with stampinwithdiane.com. I'm an independent Canadian Stampin' Up demonstrator here in the interior of British Columbia. So if this is your first time joining me, welcome. I'm so glad that you have found me. If you found me on YouTube, make sure that you've subscribed. You want to make sure that you subscribe just down here. And if you are joining me on Facebook and it's through one of my groups, make sure that you've given StreamYard permission in order so that I know who I'm talking to. So welcome to Tuesday. It's my Technique Tuesday. I did, while I was away, I did pre-record these because this one I find is a really, really neat. I really like this series that I'm doing with the techniques. And what it is every Tuesday I go and you say, how did they do that? And it was really nice. Yesterday, somebody gave me an idea of what to do for a technique. Now I'm doing, and I'm just going to pop on right on down to my desktop here. So I am doing the packing tape technique. Now, this technique can be done 3 different ways. Originally, what I thought of with packing tape is where you're going to actually lift patterns or stamps or stamped images off from paper. But there's also another packing tape that you use with glitter. Now, unfortunately, Stampin' Up! Doesn't have any glitter at this moment. And for me to find the glitter that I had, I have no idea where it is. I know I've tucked it away somewhere. So I'm doing another packing tape technique that actually I gave to one of my team members an idea to do with something that was done from the J to D mini catalog. So this one, what we're going to be doing is we're going to have images and we're going to use packing tape with it. And what happens when you use the packing tape is it gives a sheen to it. Now, there's lots of different ways that you can actually go about to do this. Basically, I want to show you the one that I had shown. These are candy canes, and see how they have where they're glossy, and that's what a candy cane really is. You can get this done 2 different ways. You can do it, 1 with the packing tape, and 2, you could do it with clear embossing powder. That's a really tough, and it's one of those techniques that takes forever to do. So I just wanted to show you that you can do it with the candy cane. So simple how you do it. But what we're going to do today is we are using the Dainty Delight paper or the Dainty Delight suite and some of the designer series paper that's from the celebration. This catalog is going live in 2 days. So it's finally going to be going live where you're going to be, I can show insides of the catalog, that sort of stuff. And that reminds me, if you do live in Canada and you don't have a demonstrator that you're working with, reach out to me. I will be sure to get you a catalog either put in the mail or delivered if you live in Kamloops. Now, I know somebody reached out to me the other day. I'm trying to reach them. They live in Kamloops, and I'd love to give them the catalogs. So this is a really neat bundle. When you buy it as a bundle, you save it as 10% on it. But I want to show you this designer series paper that you get with a $60 purchase. You can get, this is in Canada, with a $60 purchase, you get one celebration, one level 1 celebration. Hello, Pam. No, every Tuesday I go at 4:30. Tomorrow's 3:00 Pacific, and on Thursday at 6:30. So this is the designer series paper that is free with a $60 purchase in Canada, and it does change for other various ones that you're at. I love this one. You can do some beautiful designs with this as well, with the beautiful colors on the back. And then we have this one and this. And I can tell you, for our make and takes, we did use this paper, and man, I tell you, it's really attractive the way that they did that. And this is a little bit different than the other one, but check this one out. It's so nice with the ovals in there. Lots of different things that you can do with this. I know one of my team members did a beautiful card with this, and it's just gorgeous. And then, of course, this with the starry sky. So celebration starts also on the 5th. So that's a fun thing. I love celebration. All right, so let's go ahead and show you this technique. Now, one of the things that's going to be your best friend is a silicone mat. Now, this technique, like I say, it gives you the appearance of produce shiny die cuts. You can get a lot of other different shiny sort of stuff, but it's kind of neat the way that you can get some different techniques with that. But this technique with the packing tape is one of the easiest. So I'm going to show you how we're going to go about doing this. I'm actually using this designer series paper from the pack. I thought this would be so pretty, and I also used the fitting frames dies on there, and I think we're going to use Orchid Oasis, and I think we might even use Melon Mambo. Doesn't that look so pretty together? Or it could go here, but I think this is more a Melon Mambo on this particular card there. So that's how that's going to go. And then I've also got an inside piece to go on there. So I want to remember to do that. But I'm going to wait to put all that together. Now, I seem to be jumping back and forth, and that's because I keep forgetting. But you can always get and do. Oh, you got off early? Well, I'm hoping that this packing tape is one that's a good one for you. Like I say, I really like it with the glitter, but we don't have glitter anymore. And honestly, I don't know where my glitter is. I know there was a trend probably about 15 years ago with glitter. So this sheet tomorrow will be put onto my Facebook group, the Stamping with Diane group. It'll be put on tomorrow at 9:05 Pacific time. And this will be put into the file section. You can print it off. On this part here, I'm going to have my sample. I want you to do a sample of it so that you've got it on there so that you know. And then if there's any certain measurements or any certain notes, that sort of stuff, it'll be on here. And this is episode number 33. I can't believe it. Okay, and we've got Kathy saying good evening. Okay, and Ina saying hello as well. Well, hello, ladies. All right, so like I said, silicone mat is going to be your friend with this particular thing. I am using, and I've got this on my thing behind. I am using just plain packing tape. One thing you have to remember is that you want your image to be within the width of that packing tape. And this one happens to be, I think it's 2 inches. Yeah, it's 2 inches. It's not a very big one. So I've got to be careful with the images that I pick up on that. All right, so I'm going to come in here and I'm taking this bigger floral die from there. And I'm just going to come in and let's stamp that. Now I'm going to be coloring this. There's so many different ways that I figured out that you could do afterwards with this once you do use the packing tape on there. If you do it as in a frame, you can use your markers on there, your blends, that sort of stuff. So it's really kind of cool, some of the stuff that you can use on there. All right, so I'm just going to put this here. Well, hello. So Marilyn, I showed that particular thing that I showed you with the candy canes, right? Remember when I said just use the packing tape to get your shiny things there for your candy canes? We don't have candy canes anymore. So, all right, so we're going to do that. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to color this. So I decided to use, the colors I'm using are Highland Heather, Mango Melon Mambo, and Old Olive. And I'm going to probably have a dog that is going to be barking. I don't know what it is. I just let her out, so there's no reason why she needs to go outside again. So, okay, so all I did was I'm just going ahead and using my Old Olive, and this is the light Old Olive, and I'm just lightly coloring this. I'm not going to color all of this. I'm just going to give you a rough idea because I do have one already colored. So I want all my stems and my leaves colored with the Old Olive. And you know what? It's such a small image that I'm not really doing any proper blending with the blends. But I'll just show you roughly what colors I used on everything. All right, so there's the old olive there. Then the only one that I did do any coloring with was the Melon Mambo. Now I could have used pretty pink or polished pink on here, but I was trying to go with the colors that were in that paper. So I'm just coloring these 5 flowers, this particular color. And then I will go in with my darker Melon Mambo. You know, the way I'm doing, you could do it on slimline, but your packing tape, the stuff I got, and I only had this. I got this probably at the dollar store. I didn't even have it in the dispenser. It's a lot easier if it's on the dispenser. And just like that. And then I'm going to come back in with my Melon Mambo. Geez, I don't use this color very often. And to blend that out, I'm just going in circles. Like that. Now, of course, we're going to have all this green colored there. And then I'm doing with light Highland Heather. I'm just coloring in these smaller ones. And it's not like it has Highland Heather on this designer series paper, but see, this is like a Melon Mambo on there. And then these flowers as well, I did with the light heather, Highland Heather. So just like, so of course, all the rest of that would be colored. I also did these. I could have done these, I guess, in the dark Highland Heather. But then, of course, the rest of the thing is going to be colored. Now, the other thing that I always do with this is I turn around. Hello. It is a pretty stamp set. It's very dainty, hence Dainty Delight, right? It has some beautiful sprigs and that sort of stuff on there as well. Okay, I tend to, if I've got quite a bit of open space, I will use my light Pool Party. And then I just go around just lightly with the brush end, and I just highlight this. And what this does do is it just basically lifts your images off the page. So that I did with all of it. And I do apologize for my dog. Ever since I've been back, she's been a little needy. Okay, so then I'll bring in the one that I've done to show you. So it's just like this is how I've done it. And you can see where the Pool Party has actually brought the images out a little bit more. I'm just going to go in just a tiny bit more with the old olive on here. All right, now comes the technique. Now I am going to take this and I am actually going to cut this. And the reason being is because I have to use, oh, there's nothing to be intimidated with this. Trust me, it's so simple to do. But I like the effect. I really do. Okay, so I've got my silicone mat. I'm going to bring in my packing tape. Now, one thing to remember with packing tape, you want to make sure that you have it where there's no fingerprints on it. So I'm just going like this, just putting it on there like that. I'm going to just cut this off. I'm going to go put this back on my desk there. And then what you want to do, whoops, and this should be cut off too as well. And what you want to do is you want to take a bone folder and you want to just score it down. You want to get those bubbles out of there. And you don't want any creases. So if you've got creases, what you can do is you can work at them and push them out to the outside. So there's that piece. And then I also have a piece of Pear Pizzazz, and this happens to be just under 2 inches. And I'm going to come back in with this, and I'm going to show you something else you can do with this. Like I say, ladies, this works so nice with glitter. But nothing to be intimidated, I'll tell you that. So that just shows you how easy that is to put on there. Whoops. And it's pretty forgiving if you've got creases on there. Yeah, no, you can work it out. This has a tiny bit of a crease in there, but honestly, I can just take that and just work that out. All right, so now we have a die that goes with that. So I'm going to come in with that die. I also want to do this die, and I want to do this leaf die, right like that. And then I'm going to come in with my little cut and emboss. Now, the other day, I showed a different sandwich on with my mini cut and emboss. And man, I tell you, on the 5th, I want to show you the cutest cut and emboss. Oh my goodness, I just love it. Anyways, the new, the one I've used now is 3 on the bottom and 2 on top. And then we're going to sandwich this in between. You know what? I'm going to take this off because this is the easiest way to line this up. Now, I went ahead with the candy canes. And if you noticed on the candy canes, they weren't quite even. And I didn't use my Post-it note tape. Honestly, the die slips around on this packing tape. So I would say tape it down with the Post-it note tape. And see how much easier this goes through with using number 3 instead of a number 1. Okay, so there's, and I only ran it through once. See how shiny that is? Now, you know how you have foil paper, that sort of stuff. This would be really, really nice with if you had a solid cardstock, and you'll see that on this particular one that I'm doing right now. So I'm going to come in with, move that out of the way again. Just going to come in, and I'm going to put this on here, and then this little piece. Now this is Pear Pizzazz, and like I say, I've gone ahead and I put the packing tape on there. Now, honestly, I bought this packing tape at the dollar store, so I don't think you have to buy really good stuff. Hello, Fran. Okay, so we have that like that. And this is where I think it's magic, really, is on this cardstock. Look at how pretty that is. It's almost, I wish you could see it. It's almost like a foil, a Pear Pizzazz foil. And of course, these leaves have embossing on them as well. And they really show up with this packing tape. Can you hear my dog? She's taking her ball upstairs and she's throwing it around upstairs. She's mad at me. Anyways, all right, so we have that. And now what we can do is we can build our card. Now I haven't put a sentiment on here, and I probably should have a sentiment on here. So let's see what they have, some beautiful sentiments in this stamp set. So, I wonder if we should do this in the green. Thank you for your kindness. That's a beautiful one. Celebrate you. Let's do celebrate you. And we might want to even do a packing tape with this as well. And you know what? I think I'm going to use the mango melon mambo. I don't use this that often. Oops. All right. We'll see what we can do with that. All right. So let's go ahead and build this card. Like I say, I should put something on the inside. So let's bring in this again. I don't want to color. Oh, I can color on the inside. So let me just do this one quickly. I haven't even taken this one off. We use, because it's getting, it's just a layer, so I can color with my blends on that. There we go. And I'm just going to come in and we are going to use, I probably should let that dry. So let me just let that dry for a second. All right. So I have Orchid Oasis in here. See, look at that green. It really, in real life, it's so pretty. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this on here with the glue. Gnome boots. Perfect. Anything that you want shiny. This would be really cute if you had a Santa Claus and you want those really shiny boots. Also, if you had a really kind of a neat card that had lady shoes or something like that, you could have patent shoes on there too. Great idea. And let's just put this on here. Like I say, this is the one thing that's in there. And one of the frame florets it is. This is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Let's go fold that into the mountain. Put that on there. And then we'll just put it like that. Now, if we need, you know what, I can use something afterwards. I'm going to put that onto the front, just like that. And I think I'll use the melon mambo on the color of the flowers on the inside. So we'll just go ahead with our old olive. Oh dear. It's funny. I've seen lots of videos and you hear in the background, you hear the dogs that are quite funny in the background. All right. We'll just come in here and just put a tiny bit of this melon mambo on those little ones there. And see, like I say, if this was just a white card, I would not have put the, I wouldn't have colored this on the inside. Actually, I'm just dabbing that. Now this is just going to go on the inside like so. Yeah, simple technique, right? It's amazing. Like I say, if you want anything shiny, we used to have all those different colored foils and we really don't need them, right? They're all you have to do is use some packing tape on your cardstock. All right, so let's go ahead and make this card. So this I thought would look really kind of nice on there. See how shiny it is? We're going to stick this up here. So we're going to come in with some dimensionals there. I'm going to use the little ones. Man, I know I had lots of those little ones around here. There we go. Let's go here. And you know, They also make one other thing to think of. If you wanted to have a sturdier piece of cardstock, you could put this the packing tape on the back. This gives to quite a sturdy die cut. So it's actually pretty cool to use it on the back to give yourself a sturdier die cut. So if you have something that's quite flimsy, you could put the packing tape onto the back, and it also helps to cut through with it too when you're using from the die. I'm glad you learned something. That's awesome. But you know, if you have any ideas, reach out to me. You send me a personal, like a message through Messenger, or if you put something in comments, make sure that you tag me in it. And then that way I can, I'll be able to see it. Or if you do it on YouTube, I can see it on YouTube. So I'm just going to come in with my glue and on the back side of this. Now I'm telling you, if you do use it to sturdy up your dies, your paper, it is not going to glue as well because of it being, it could repel the glue. You could use glue dots then at that point. Okay, just get this. I think this, what shows this particular one is it shows how well the cut and the emboss part of it. It really shows up that embossed part. All right, so I'm just going to put this in on the inside like so. And then this piece here is going to go here. Like that. And then I'm going to put this behind. Oh, I should have put this behind before I stuck that down. I didn't really push it down, so we'll be okay. But like I say, if there's certain things you want to do, I really, if I can find my glitter, honestly, you should see this technique, the packing tape technique with glitter. It is, what you can do is so amazing. Whoops, I did not want to do that. Now I got glue. Let me just put that down there. There we go. But see, oh my goodness, if you saw this in real life, it is so pretty. Okay, so we've got that. I've got my words stamped. You know what? I'm not going to like it now that it's not. I think I'm going to have to use packing tape on it to make it shiny like the rest of it, right? And let's see if I can do this a certain way, and then you'll see something else done with it. Okay, pretty simple, right? Whoops. There we go. And let's just trim this part off. And then, just to show you something, we can turn around and we can use this punch, because it'll even go through with a punch. A little bit harder, but it can go with a punch. So we might have to trim that part off though. There we go. Now that might have even been better in Mango Melody. Let me double do that. I mean the Melon Mambo. You know what? I'm going to change that up because I think the words would be better with me. All right, let's try that. Hello, Lorraine. Okay, so let's just, oops, this is How did that get in there? All right. We're going to give this a try and see how it works. That other piece of melon mambo was textured. It used to have textures, and I don't know how that got into my... So let's just put this, you know what, that's got some stuff on it, so I'm just going to come in with that. Anybody that knows my dog knows that she's pretty demanding. All right, so remember, we're going to rub that with oops. Does that happen to you that you... There we go. And we're just going to come in with our bone folder. Make sure we get our creases out and the bubbles out. But like I say, that makes it look like I've got Melon Mambo DSP. There we go. There we go. And because it is a punch, you may have to trim a little bit. Okay, so we want that to come on here. You know what? I don't know which one I like. Like that. You know what? I've got an idea what I can do though. So I have this ribbon, and this is the polished pink ribbon. I'm actually going to go in with the Melon Mambo blend because the polished pink is quite bright. And I'm just going to cut that down. You can tell I'm doing this on the fly now. And now what I'm doing is I'm just cutting the ribbon in half. So I'm just holding it down there. And then we're just... But I definitely had to do this with the shiny part. So I'm just going to come in with my seal. And then let's loop the ribbon. And I could actually put more of that ribbon on, but I think I'm just going to leave it like that. Now I'm also going to come in because I don't want this to lie flat. I just used the embossing buddy on there to take the stick off. And then I'm just going to come in with my dimensionals. I wonder what that would have looked like behind. There we go. Now, can't believe I just did that, but that's okay. I think it'll look okay. Oh, thank you. Honestly, when it comes to packing tape, you can just go to a dollar store. All right, so it's just going to go there. Celebrate you. And of course, we have to put some embellishments on there. So, you know, I finally have some embellishments that I'm going to be able to use my Melon Mambo. So these are the solid faceted gems. And I could have even used the Orchid Oasis ones too. Those colored ones. There we go. It's a little fussy, but there we go. So clever. Thank you so much. Estelle goes and says, she laughed at Patricia. Then hubby asks where his packing tape is. Just say, just say to him, where did you put it? That's her excuse. Okay, very nice. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. But anyways, see that packing tape? That's how it goes, like that. I could say it's a different card, totally different card. It's almost, well, I don't know. In any event, it's something, it's used the packing tape technique. And really, to see it in real life, it's so pretty to see all the shine on this one. There's so much of a shine on there. In any event, I hope you enjoyed that. Don't forget, give me some ideas. I really do appreciate it. This one has been on my list for quite a while, and it's really, it's not until you know, when somebody says they want to see it, that really challenged me from yesterday to do it. But I really appreciate the help that you can give me. So like I say, this could be done. I've got this. Oh, that would be pretty just on a purple card too, eh? Oh my goodness. See, and I've got this extra piece that I can do now. Anyways, there we go. So I hope this is, oh, you're welcome for doing this. Like I say, if there's something else that you'd like to see, Pam, or anybody, I would love to have suggestions, because it's so much easier when I know, like, it pressures me into doing it. I've got some techniques that I've written up right from the very beginning, and I still haven't done anything with them. So in any event. Okay, so what's happening? Tomorrow is my mystery. That's where I'll give you 3 clues to make a card. I'm not saying what. It might be ambiguous clues. It might be a circle. It might be an image. It might be an animal. But that way you use things in your craft room. Now, I also have to post for the challenges. I've got to post the winners for December. Basically, I do a draw for one in for the mystery challenge and also one for the sketch challenge. I can only give product in Canada. I can't give it outside of Canada, but I can give you a tutorial if you live outside of Canada, and it's done. So awesome. You saw the bridge. Oh, would that have been rain and shine? That's a good idea too. In any event. All right. So we will see you tomorrow, 3 o'clock Pacific time. The clues will post at 12 o'clock Pacific time, and hopefully you'll play along with me. And I will post the winners. I'll do that tomorrow. I will post it in my group. In any event, have a great day. Remember to create, because it's great for the soul. Bye for now.